Welcome everyone to a Link to the Past randomizer tournament Crossworld Keysanity tournament that is, between fcoughlin and FebrezeNinja. I am Sharky2107, joined by Jay Coper. How's it going?
Great. How are you?
Very good. Well, excited to call a good match.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a little conflicted here because, you know, uh, Fred Coughlin is a longtime friend, but FebrezeNinja is using the Trogdor sprite, which was mostly made for me, so I don't know.
And the sprite looks pretty good too, so
Oh, that full magic disappeared. But FebrezeNinja did pick it up. Oh, Fred didn't read the hint. Weird.
ooh,
Um, ooh, a hammer in Link's house, yeah. It's
that's good to have.
pretty nice. Apparently that hint was not worth it.
Just walk away.
I don't know how Fred knew that, but
Yeah, with that early hammer, that is a good weapon to attack with. So that should get runners, through some dungeons whenever they find them.
yeah, hammer is great because I mean it's without question a top 5 item to have early. Um, it's probably the biggest thing that it lets them do is Terra right away, but it's also going to be very important in other dungeons, and it's important for exploration. So we'll see how this works out. It looked like there was a small key on the island there, so we'll have to keep that in mind for later.
Yep. Always got a map, so I believe that was the King's Tomb check. Some checks I get confused with.
Though it's doesn't really matter. It's a cave with a chest in it. That's all that's important. Um, I'd say I just keep track of if I see uh, the big caves with 3 to 5 or more items in them.
There's like
So
the Bear
Fred,
Cave and the other caves around.
yeah. So is Fred gonna jump straight in there? He's got the hammer. Let's see if he gets that piece of heart now. He's got the ability. FebrezeNinja's got a lot of bombs now. It's just got one. He's going to need to get more pretty quick here. Oh, we saw the back of desert there. Just noticed that now. It's good to have.
Which that green pendant is Ice Palace. That's decent information to have.
Yeah, always. Um, yeah, so Fred had to use his one bomb here. Oh, gets a sword for it, so it's probably worthwhile. But yeah, so far we've just got things to note. We got a small key at the race, a small key in the island, so besides that hammer and that sword, not a ton happening yet. FebrezeNinja's not reading the Dark World Sync hint either. I think some people don't realize that room even has a hint. Oh, wow. This is a great find for Fred right here, the back of the graveyard. Ooh, and powder. That's nice. Now when we find the magic bat, we can just check it right away. I don't blame him for going right back in and getting some more bombs.
Having bombs early is going to help.
So we've got the normal entrance of Super Bunny there. I'd have to imagine that they're going to want to go through that pretty quick to get those items, but they'll probably put it off until after they clear the rest of Kakariko at least.
And it gave us a little bit of money, but not too much.
Yeah, at least that puts Fred at 100 rupees so he can get the bottle vendor item. For anyone who walked in late, we're even on checks so far, other than FebrezeNinja doing the two houses / caves southeast of Link's house. And that is the main reason why Fred is a little farther ahead in these checks within Kakariko here.
And we just found this drop down for the sewer area.
Yeah, for the uncle.
And a small key to Ganon's tower.
Always nice to get one or two of those early. Beyond that, they're usually not really necessary other than the Ganon's Tower keys are more for putting things in logic in Ganon's Tower than being necessary.
And speaking of the tower, we got the map for it.
One of the couple 100% useless maps in the game, as far as randomizer goes. We got Blind's house here. First bottle, nice. A little more money.
Money, that's good. Gotta save up for the King Zora check. Any more bombs?
Yeah, pretty much just Kakariko and the Hyrule Castle area because the Sanctuary start was at the Hyrule Castle. We haven't seen the back of Escape Check by either of them yet. I'd have to imagine that will be prioritized since that's a quick 3 items.
Ooh, entrance to the front of Turtle Rock.
Misery Mire leads to Misery Mire. That's a pretty good hint. Fred could have filled up his magic there if he wanted to, but I guess he either wasn't thinking of it or just declined to do so. I haven't noticed any vanilla entrances among the things we've checked so far. Although, wait, is Blind vanilla? Blind's hut there?
I looked away for a second, but I guess when
Okay.
Ninja walks out.
Blind does. So there's 2 vanilla entrances then, because we have the hint that Misery Mire leads to Misery Mire. So, yeah. I didn't see what the item in the Lost Woods there was, but it must have been not important because Fred didn't go grab it. Oh wow. It's beautiful to find Mimic Cave after you've already got the hammer.
Oh, just a compass to a dungeon.
Yeah, I don't blame Fred for skipping a piece of heart, but pieces of heart in the early game in Cross Keys can be pretty important because you can be put in some pretty ridiculous combat situations in early in Cross Keys. I didn't see what was at the Eagle one drop there. So I don't think we've seen Ganon yet, and we haven't seen the well yet. Those are probably the two most significant drop locations.
Yeah, so I've seen Ganon, areas in pretty funny spots. I've seen him at the well.
Oh yeah, it's basically just a 1 in 7 chance. But so Ganon's at the Sanctuary, which means that this isn't going to be the Gloveless Seed that we all wanted. But other than that, it's a pretty good spot to have Ganon, because it's not something that you have to go out of your way to get to usually. But it's the bat's at the Lumberjack, so we can't do an early Lumberjack or early bat check with our powder. And that means that the Kakariko well is at the Aghanim 2 drop. So. Oh, Fred only jumps in the water twice to do hula. That's interesting. I always jump 4 times to be sure.
And that's what I tend to do when I play a few rando seeds.
Yeah, we saw the Uncle drop. That was just in Kakariko. We've seen all the drops except for Ganon except for the well. The winner of this race faces Haiku type in the next round. Haiku type is the number 8 seed, and he's a pretty strong player.
It'd be a tough road for these runners, so if they could get around a high seed, then they pretty much going to go somewhere, I would imagine, in a tournament. But it is a double elimination, I believe, so.
Yeah, the loser will be facing Incoherent. Small key to Thieves Town in the sewers, probably at the back of Escape. I'd really like to see a back of Escape check from one of these guys. So our tree pulls don't look too useful so far. Will Fred commentary? Like, will he interview? Is that what you mean? I would expect him to. He usually does. Not unless his kids are acting up or something. He usually does commentary, so or an interview.
Ninja's doing Houlihan rooms, so they have some rubies saved up.
Yeah, again, FebrezeNinja is kind of just following in Fred's footsteps at this point. Fred has done all of the checks that FebrezeNinja has done at this point, so it's really a pure lead, I'd say, now. So we've got a castle find here. Again, this chest right here is the only chest that's in logic until we find the Hyrule Castle small key. But we know that the back of escape is easily accessible, so there's really no reason not to do all of these checks in the front at the very least.
Yeah, it just says key drops, pretty much, so you could get through it. And that guard was kind of having fun there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Fred was taking damage intentionally to set up a death warp here. It might have been. Death warp certainly wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Yeah, without Mira, that's yeah, he's running don't yeah on purpose.
That was another small key to GT, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
that's a couple of them. Definitely good to have, and we've got an early hammer as well. So we'd prefer to get either boots or hookshot, but once we get that, we can go to do the whole left side of GT really. With boots would mean just a couple bomb jumps are necessary. So Fred ended up at a Dark World spot where he couldn't re-enter Hyrule Castle. So we have one entrance of Hyrule Castle down, or I guess two down, and we don't know where the third one leads us. And that also leaves a few entrances over in the Eastern Palace area unchecked because he didn't get to all of them. But I think now he's going to go through Super Bunny Cave. Meanwhile, we've got FebrezeNinja Fake Flip Rain over here. He's going to go to the hobo under the bridge. And from here, I don't know if he's going to keep Fake Flip Rain because he doesn't have enough money to go to Zora. So this might be the end of his road here. Small key to pod. Nice. Always useful. Oh, it looks like he's doing it. Maybe he'll just go to the island. I think that'd be a decent idea from here. I think he needs to be a little higher. Oh, Fred bomb jumped over that hole. Nice.
There we go. Yeah, when you fake flippering, you do not want to get hit because that if one hit KOs you. And there's the flippers.
No fake flippers necessary for Fred. Oh wow, a desert entrance on the island. Nice. So, even though he got here by fake flippering, we know this is in logic since those flippers are definitely in logic. So we'll get to pick up one item here, see one item, and read a hint. Ooh, a mirror.
Oh, nice item.
Yeah, that's a great find for FebrezeNinja. Oh, Fred has found his way up to Death Mountain, which is great. He's going to be able to get the old man save point here as long as he doesn't die to these rocks. Oh, grab the hearts. There you go. I didn't see the hint there. I don't know.
I've just caught something about Elder had something. I didn't catch the first part of the hint.
Alright, so we found the old man. Oh, Sahasrahla has the Desert Palace big. That's an interesting hint.
That's an interesting spot.
Oh, Dark Palace. not Desert Palace. So Pod Big Key is at Sasrilla. Pretty good chance that's going to be required. Was it Desert? Either way, pretty good chance it's going to be required. Like, 7 out of 9 chance, I'd say. Well, a little higher than that. Oh.
A pyramid.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm going to get the pyramid item here. I'm not sure how much more he's going to do after that. Just a piece of heart. Yeah, blue mail is a nice find early. It doesn't reduce damage from everything, but it makes enough of a difference when you've only got 6 hearts for sure.
Definitely. And it's early in his seed, so.
Yeah. Hey, FebrezeNinja has his mirror and he's on the pyramid, so he's remembering to mirror on the pyramid right away. That's nice.
And we're going to have a few Spiral Cave.
I'd probably just go through that after I check this right entrance here.
And at least one check. Oh, hi, Fairy. We don't need you.
It should be the S is for Sex Dragon. The
Oh, Moon Pearl. Bread.
Yeah, so each of them has an important item that the other doesn't now. Moon Pearl versus Mirror. Flippers, of course, are nice too, but not nearly as important. Oh, we got the Fire Rod too. I didn't see that. Yeah.
One of the medallions, Fire Rod, and. Now, there was a shield in there too. That was a pretty good cave there.
Yeah, for sure. It's not the best Paradox cave I've ever seen, but not bad. So FebrezeNinja must have seen the entrance to Hyrule Castle, but he decided not to go through it right away. I am curious when Fred's going to remember that he has a sword. Oh, this is a perfect spot to come out.
I think he knows he has a sword. He just took a bush down.
Oh, okay. Now he's using it, yeah. He hadn't been using it for a while. Which is fine if he's using it just because it saves time to use the hammer in combat, but it was unclear whether that was why he was using the hammer. Ooh, FebrezeNinja has found his way up to the floating island here. And he's got his mirror right away. That's awfully convenient. Just a compass, though.
And for
Fred gets
Eastern.
Small. What was that?
It was for Eastern, so.
Oh, yeah. There was a small key in the checkerboard cave at the Dark Sanctuary. I didn't catch what it was. Small key to Hera. Oh, everyone's favorite. Basically, the most time-consuming.
Oh, we got Hype Cave found, so.
A lamp. Big key of Skullwoods. Just a fetch quest. And a boomerang. Yeah. Lamp is something. Not bad to have.
And Fred, did you just bum the guy there?
Yeah. It's not the last time we'll see that, I'm sure. The Super Bunny can read some hints. He can't read the Spike Cave hint. But he can read most of them. Oh, Mini Moldarm Cave too. We found all of the big item caves at this point. Oh, that was interesting.
Oh, Fred almost did not get that bomb pick up. big key for Hera.
Yeah, that's great. We can finish here now. A bottle in swamp.
Castle Tower. There's a lot of keys in there. Not too disappointing, but having keys, that should help you get through the dungeons for those keys.
Yeah, and to cross keys, finding keys is almost as important as finding the items, so. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a skull spawn right there. We've got FebrezeNinja rescuing the old man now. You always hope hair is a crystal. I mean, if you're playing. I don't have any desire to like troll the runners or anything like that. So I don't care.
Yep.
Yeah, the one big advantage that FebrezeNinja has right now is the mirror. So we'll see if that ends up being a very important detail.
Yep, gets his blue mail, so target returns to blue. Oh, a lot of money there, so has his
Oh,
money now for King Zora.
we got a pod sighting. Fred's got a bottle too, so he can go ahead and do the right side if he chooses. And he could use his one key to get to the back since he's got the hammer. So let's see if that's what he decides to do.
And there's a Hyrule Castle small key.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember what was in Escape, but I think it's all in Logic now. It's in there's like a Ganon's Castle small key in there.
I remember there was like, I think there was one of those keys in there. Eh, love the references. What a
Oh,
key
Thieves Town Small was also there. All right, looks like we'll see the back of Pod here. That's great.
Another NPC for a hint. That leads to a connector.
Thieves Town map. Oh, can you get through there? Oh no, that was almost well planned.
I never seen somebody do that.
Yeah, I don't think he did that on purpose, but it almost worked out pretty well.
Yeah, he's taking revenge on those.
They're pretty difficult to deal with. Oh, so FebrezeNinja can't open those chests. But he could do a super bunny glitch with his mirror if he knows how. And it's not too tough, but just a little tricky, I guess. I don't think he's doing it though. So that's unfortunate. But what he can do is go to the east side of Death Mountain here with his mirror and hammer. So he's gonna have to remember that cave is there and go back there later, I guess. Alright, let's see this hammer jump from Fred. Oh no.
Oh,
I don't know if his initial bomb placement was a little off or something. It looked like his second spot was correct, I think.
yeah. I've never done a chomp like that, so one trick I would like
Yeah,
to learn.
yeah, it's kind of pretty important for uh, cross keys because it saves a key in pod. Otherwise, you need like basically all 6 keys or 5 if you keep going through the bow side. Uh, what is the deal there? That looked like it might have been right too, but must be getting a pixel off here. So FebrezeNinja has found his paradox cave, and
Oh, we'll be able to go to that one check whenever they get back to Dark Death Mountain area.
I mean, I think he should do both.
There we go. But Fred doesn't have the big key.
How do both? Oh yeah, he needs a new bottle or bow. And he almost died. Well, he's gonna have a quick death warp here.
And 32 minutes in, you already got both Agate Tower keys.
Yeah, that could certainly come into play. We don't have the boots yet, so it doesn't really mean a whole lot yet. And we don't need to kill Aghanim for any other reason than uh, the uh, the lumberjack item, since we've already got Dark World access and we've got the hammer and flippers. Hookshot on Sick Kid? Oh, yeah, that is big, especially because it's on Eastet Mountain, a place you might not look to get to until you have the hookshot sometimes. So, yeah, Fred's gonna need his mirror to get up there and get his hookshot. Fred, you're gonna. Oh, he's not dead yet.
Oh, nice find. Got the
Oh,
boots. That's a great find.
for sure. Oh, FebrezeNinja now has his Moon Pearl with the hookshot, so he can go back and go check that cave that he didn't clear on West Death Mountain. And a flute. That's pretty useful. You know, he has multiple options for getting back there, I suppose. Yeah, cape usually isn't important, but it could be. So we'll see. Uh, there we go. That's what you need to do there.
And both runners are finding pretty good items.
Yeah, we've had a lot of stuff coming quickly. Of course, notable things like the bow and the cane are still outstanding. And Fred can do a lot with these boots now. You might want to go up to North Dark World and do some exploration up there, but of course he doesn't have the mirror, so that eliminates actually those possibilities up there. So yeah, hopefully he gets his mirror sometime soon. Now that he's got the flippers, I would imagine he's going to at some point head towards the Hobo and Zora and hopefully stop at the island on his way. Oh, wait a second. This is where the mirror is, isn't it? And he gets to get this key right away. So he found a different entrance to Desert.
Okay, so that was Desert Palace Key, which is with the Elder?
Yeah. Does that mean we already saw the back of Sahasrahla, so I think that means that it's on Sahasrahla. So Fred's going to check one connection here in Desert. This is the one that goes to the island, I believe.
I think one of them goes to Pyramid, the other one goes to, yeah, Island.
So since Fred has the cape, that's going to mean that if he takes this out of here and mirrors on top of the pyramid, he's going to be able to check the normal Aghamon's Tower entrance as well.
So what kind of a lesson will we have from King Zora?
I didn't
No.
see if there was anything on the ledge. Looks like there must not have been.
Yeah, on the Zora's ledge was a bloopy, and well, King Zora ripped you off, giving you a big 20.
Alright, Fred's going to go through Spiral Cave.
Oh, the compass for mystery. Ire.
This is a kind of convenient for Fred. Oh no, he got the spin speed, but then immediately fell off. So yeah, because he had left these three entrances unchecked, and now he's able to check them. Although it would have been better to check these in the Dark World using the mirror, perhaps, but not a big deal. Yeah, I think that FebrezeNinja already went through this. Yeah, that's how we got to the floating island. I think that this is going to lead Fred to his hookshot. Assuming he jumps down here, and I bet he will. He's going to check the Turtle Rock entrance requirement. I don't think it's nearly as useful to do it in Cross Keys because you rarely need to actually enter Turtle Rock. I'm curious if Fred's going to go through the Spectacle Rock Cave. You saw that there. So we've got fluid activation for FebrezeNinja's side. Red's checking the hair entrance. I'm betting he's going to go through there, and he might not get his hook shot down. We'll see what happens.
So, fixing Death Mountain.
So he jumped down, but he didn't jump down in the Dark World, so he can't check the middle spot. Now he's got a potion refill, and he can go and check those. Oh. That's somewhere in the Village of Outcasts area, I guess.
Yeah, I was looking at Fred's side, and it's which
must be. Why did FebrezeNinja skip Skullwoods? He'd have his boots for these laser skips if he would have gone to Skullwoods first.
And another bomb used. Oof, that laser.
Yeah, he was a little hesitant on that skip. There's one thing you can't do, it's stop in front of the laser. He's got another pod key, so he hasn't found pod yet. That'll be helpful when he does go in there.
Just went down too many pixels and that laser kind of that high.
I'm confused that Fred didn't check these entrances before, because he's already been up here once. Uh-oh. That was unfortunate.
Oh, try to
Yeah, that's
pit and get sniped.
That's not a big deal. He was going back to the entrance anyway. That's just a health refill.
And I don't think he was happy with that chest there. Being a single arrow.
Oh, that could be the important arrow, even if his arrows were already full. Anyway, finding laser bridge is very useful. So if we need to kill Trinox, that's definitely the best way to do it later. Oh, Fred never got into this cave before. So Fred could have gone back up to the top of Death Mountain and checked the two middle drops on the right side, but I guess he'll probably be doing that later. And FebrezeNinja is doing Skullwoods here, so he's going to get his boots. Man, I don't think it's worth not just fire out these guys when you've got some means to take care of them immediately. Unless you're, some sort of an MG expert and you can get through really quickly without pausing. Yeah, Hookshot cave is a great find. Both for the items and for the connector here.
Much worth item.
No. Fred can quickly get back to this area using that old man save point, so there's not much reason not to just go through right away, I think. Longest time to seed, I don't know. It's between 3 and 4 hours.
Oh, hi, Chicken Hut.
Yeah. So FebrezeNinja has 3 small keys in pod, and that means he can clear a bit more stuff in here. We'll see what he chooses to do with those 3 keys. Yeah, that hookshot cave connector was definitely not terribly useful there. Fred's got 15 bombs now. That's going to let him buy him a lot of NPCs. No gloves yet. Fred has found pod. For sure. Yeah. Just he's found pod and Turtle Rock. Those should be marked. It can't be a gloveless seed this time because Ganon is at the sanctuary drop. So if nothing else, we need a glove for Ganon.
Oh, the map for the.
Oh, of course. It could be anywhere. Oh, we got a bomb shop find.
Era.
Skullwoods in here are pretty nice. 5 and 6. Could definitely see a super bomb check happening relatively early. That's weird. I can hear Sharky just fine.
I need to. I'll probably raise my audio, but no. How well that
Oh
work?
yeah, I guess that they're hearing totally different level from me because they're hearing the mic through OBS and I'm hearing it through Discord. Yeah, you should probably turn up your mic on OBS, I guess.
Let me. Yeah, I just turned it up a bit, so hopefully that will be better.
So the first extra check that we see in Pod, or that I've noticed anyway, was nothing important, just a piece of art. Oh, yeah, I would do that right away, I think. We got the Aga Tower, we got the 2 small keys, we got the boots, we got the powder. It's practically begging you to go check that magic bat. Let's see if Fred goes back that way.
I think just a little slow on that bomb there.
Yeah. If you're not good at this bomb jump, it's much easier to do it from the top. by entering this screen from the top. So looks like Fred is not going to do a tower right away, but maybe he'll do it after digging perhaps, but I'm guessing he's going to move on and do the rest of Salt Dark World. We'll see.
Ninja tries to open a chest, but nope, no big key.
Yeah, a lot of times it's faster to just try to open the chest than to check to see if you actually have it. So Fred spelled high, and then he was done with his ideas.
Ninja's getting through this room in the dark. Doesn't have their lamp, so gets both checks without the lamp.
Alright, so we got an Eastern Palace find, but there's almost always some debate when you find Eastern and Cross keys if you want to enter it right away or wait, because if you go in it right away, you're leaving at least 2 one-off checks if you don't have the bow and the big key.
And Eastern is a short dungeon, quick to get through. And for Eastern, you do need a bow just to get to the Armos.
I wonder if that's still the case. I feel like it should be possible to get those Igors clipped. Well, no, that's right. These aren't mimics. These are Igors. That's why you need the bow. That's the case. Yes. This race is going pretty good. Pretty even so far. FebrezeNinja's found. Oh, he got a glove. I didn't see that. Where did that glove come from?
I looked away. They got it.
Oh, the one you dropped to. So the one that was already in logic, you mean? That could be rough for Fred if he doesn't go back there soon. So yeah, FebrezeNinja has that glove, and He's also got a flute, but Fred has found Ganon's tower, so there's a really good chance that he's going to get something here.
It has a few keys already. At least it
Yeah.
has the ability to get quite a few of these checks.
Yeah, he can do the full left side. Silver's nice to have. Not going to do anything without a bow, but ice rod. Useful room.
Oh, you got the items to beat Trinex when that comes.
I think I'd be a little careful here, Fred.
If running low on hearts, everything, gotta be very careful.
I probably would pick up this extra heart in this next room. I'm not sure what his best solution is for ice armors right now. I guess he's okay. He's got powder. He should be fine.
Hi, bombos. I don't know you're going to be required for anything or not. But it will make Cold Stare a bit easier if you have to get that green pin.
Yeah, so that's our first check of the back of Escape, huh?
Oh, red mail in randomizer room.
Yeah, and the book. Useful things for sure. Did anyone see if FebrezeNinja got the boots out of Skullwoods?
I don't know if he did because I think at that time I was just looking at Fred's skin.
Oh, the boots were in the big chest. That's right. He might not have the big key. Wait, what? Fred is choosing to not do ice armors. That I can't agree with whatsoever. I mean, just sort him down if you gotta.
Ice Armors gives you 3 checks right behind them. If Fred decides to throw a bottle in or a B.
Yeah. So the having the Master Sword for ice armors is great if you also got powder, because that means you'll enter the fight with full health and you can use sword beams, which are the equivalent of using the fighter's sword. Ooh, a shield at Bombos. Not terribly exciting.
Nah. Shields are not required at all, so.
Yeah, they put Laser Bridge in Logic. That's their main purpose. Looks like FebrezeNinja's checking some of these drops here. He was already in here before, but he might be going to finish here. Oh, is he just doing the basement? Interesting. If there's something here, that could certainly give him a leg up.
And according to the tracker, they do have the big key as well, so might as well finish Terra, get your first crystal.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt, it's a good idea. So Fred still doesn't have a glove, which means he's going to be. Oh, he's not orphaning this spot because he came out of that rock here. He's just going to be checking uh, the bomb cave here. But he's not going to be able to check the light world lift rock there.
And fortune teller.
So another small key to pod in the Hera basement. That makes a lot of small keys for pod that we've seen already. I wouldn't be surprised if those are important. If something is locked behind L60.
A small key can count near potions.
Oh, so that means that there's a small key at the potion shop. Yeah. Was it? Did it just say a small key? It didn't say what it was for.
I just say small key.
Does anyone remember where that Skullwood's big key was? Because that led to the boots. I think it was in Hype Cave, and Hype Cave was at the back of Skullwoods, maybe.
Yeah, I do remember Hype Cave
I'm not
having
sure.
a lot of keys.
I think it had the lamp in the Skullwood's big key.
These chain chomps can be deadly, but with red mail, they don't do quite as much damage.
Oh, well, Bo can't be an upper GT, so you need Bo to get upstairs. That would make it a pretty bad place for the Bo to be, I guess.
In an hour, 3 minutes in, we got our first crystal of the match.
Nice.
Okay, there's the push up.
Where is... Oh, I see. It just went up this way. I'm surprised if this is faster. Oh, he hasn't gone to the hobo yet. That makes sense then.
And I don't believe he had much of use.
No, I don't think so. Oh, a small key to...
Oh yeah, that was a
Odd.
key. And that's 5 small keys for pod, Fred.
That's interesting considering he had one the first time he went in. He's gonna want to go back there sometime soon and get that glove for sure. And then now it looks like FebrezeNinja has found GT. So I think the most significant thing that could happen here is if FebrezeNinja does Ice Armos and finds either the bow or the cane behind them. So that was a bumper cave right there. Fred can go through it. I don't think we've seen the other side. But he's going to check this entrance first since he hasn't actually been here yet. Ooh, Skullwoods. This is completable.
It's going to be a bit of a challenge to fight the boss with, well, her sword.
Yeah, he's only got 4 hearts here. He does have powder, so he could powder the bunny bean. He can use either. Yeah, that was a waste of magic. That's bad because he's probably going to want to use. He's probably going to want to use fire rod or hammer or both. Sorry, go ahead.
I think Fred does have a blue potion on him, so.
Yeah, that's good for safety. Is he going to pull out his hammer? Not so far. It is definitely awkward to fight him with the hammer, but the hammer does 4 times as much damage as the fighter's sword, so. Nicely done avoiding damage to this point, at least.
Nicely done by Fred. Just for a big 20 at the boss.
Yeah, but he gets a crystal, so.
Yep. And having a 5/6 crystal, I believe that entrance was right side of desert, if I recall earlier.
Are you talking about the bomb shop?
Yeah.
I think the bomb shop is somewhere in North Dark World.
Yeah, and
we saw them come out of the pyramid. Yeah, that's true. We did see them come out of the pyramid. So the pyramid fairy is pretty irrelevant.
You got other entrances to desert. That's way easier.
All right, so we got the moment of truth here at the ice armors. The only bad part about using the blue cane is he's almost certainly not going to have enough magic to kill all of these before he runs out.
Takes 4 of them down.
Now he's going to... Yeah. I'm just going to have to sword this last guy down. But you can just hold out the sword and never get hit, really. Oh, Fred's is going to go through the bumper cave. My prediction is it goes to the bumper ledge. We'll see. Oh, the sword back there. That's pretty significant. Mimic ledge would have been my second guess.
Ooh.
But damn, that's nice.
That leads to an item outside of dam too, so.
Oh, big key of Meyer. Did Fred get that one?
I would think. Yep, Fred did earlier. I remember Fred threw a bottle and got a bee out of it earlier, so.
Yeah, but was it that fairy fountain? He doesn't have the big key marked on his side. Oh,
Hello, Swamp Palace.
yeah. So we found swamp, and we have hammer and hookshot. We don't have the small key yet, though, so we can't do anything beyond the first chest. But considering Fred's got the dam drain now, once he finds that swamp, he'll be able to um get at least the first chest. Oh, Fred is finally doing the back of escape, so he's gonna pick up Bomb. I thought Bombos was here. Oh no, just the small key for these town. Okay, never mind. I don't remember what Bombos was.
Ninja's gonna get his shield that we kind of knew about.
And just got a nice set of the red armor here. Red mail and the red shield. Just needs one more sword upgrade to get the red sword. I think this is our first check at the main entrance of Desert here.
Leave it is.
Just a very fun.
Yeah, good way to show your health if you're running low.
Yeah, Fred really needs to get back to Pod or uh, getting into Hera too would help as well. Let's define that, but might be able to just do Hera later at some point once he gets the mitts or something. But getting to Pod to get his first glove would be extremely helpful.
Definitely in pod. I don't know if I wrote it down. No, I did not. I don't even remember where the entrance pod is.
Yeah, I'm not sure offhand. Meanwhile, FebrezeNinja needs to get to Hype Cave to get his Skullwood's big key so he can get his boots. Um,
Okay, so pod
but
is back of Skullwood.
oh, Pod is back here. Okay.
Like Friday's working way there.
Wrong entrance.
Oh, a small key to ice. There are 3 more keys for pod. You could pretty much check a few more checks here. Pretty much everything except the pulse and logic, I believe.
Yeah, still no big key for the big chest either. But it's not really in logic. There's a lot of stuff that's locked behind 6 small keys, but that doesn't mean we can't get it. Alright, so Fred has his glove, and he's also going to give Pedestal a check. Just a piece of heart and a bomb, of course. Still no flute for Fred. That was in Hera, so if flute is important, then Fred is going to need to find his way there soon. Flute usually isn't important in cross keys, but it could be this time. We haven't found our way to Myra yet. But we're going to also need a mitt before we can get in there. Oh wow. So FebrezeNinja is finally going into the front of his cape here. I think Fred's going to do a tower right now. It's where it looks like he might be heading. Yeah. It's interesting that he didn't immediately take that glove and check some of the glove block stuff, but I support this anyway.
And just a pixel too high and kind of mirror bonked. There are 2 checks here in tower, so
Yeah, plus
good.
The lumberjack tree has the magic bat, and we've got the powders, so I would expect him to go all the way through here and open up that check as well. Another small ketopod, that's the last one.
All we're just missing is a big ketopod. Engine finding Goldwoods to be able to complete.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's got almost no magic here, so that's gonna make this a bit rough. He's gonna have to maybe do a couple trips through the second room to fill up magic.
Also has
Or
no
use
key.
the link. Oh, he also has no key. Okay, so yeah, that's not gonna help anything either. He didn't have the lamp to try to save magic either. He's gonna try to go to the back, and he's gonna be disappointed in about 3 seconds.
Oops. Kinda need a key to get through. I like how Fred using the net against Aga 1 here.
He should use the sword. He's only getting blue balls with the net. And that's really unfortunate. That's not a good way to get through any A&M fight.
Not a good RNG. Lightning and then followed by, well, you can hit him.
So FebrezeNinja found the dam. That means he knows where Swamp is, so he can go in and get the first chest, at least for now.
Oh yeah, we're missing a small key. May not be required since it is a pendant.
Alright, so Aghanim's down. We can see the lumberjack now. I think Fred's going to go to Catfish, because he didn't have glove before. He went over in that direction.
I don't remember if Fred checked King Zora earlier or not.
I'm guessing not, since he didn't have the glove, and I don't think he flippered up there. I'm not sure, though.
Let's see what Catfish has. I don't remember offhand. Oh, Todorock small key.
I don't know if FebrezeNinja got that. He must not have, because he doesn't have a key now. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's marked either, so it's our first sighting of that key.
Main chomps are not playing around.
I mean, maybe it's their idea of playing.
You're not gonna get this chest easy.
Alright, I'm excited for this check right here.
Magic bat time. It's the power of gloves.
Yeah, that mitt could definitely be significant. It's not extremely significant until Fred gets his flute, but maybe that glove will be, or the mitt will be the motivation Fred needs to go back up to Death Mountain now. We'll see what he chooses to do here. Uh, Frankly, it would have been a little silly if Fred did not go to a lumberjack that way. It was definitely the obvious way to get there with the starting location in the mirror. Unless we find a connector to Meyer, but it sure is looking that we're going to need the flute.
Yeah, I said in chat, those mitts, the gloves, are required because we did get a hint about the Meyer being at Meyer, so there's the big key for Dark Palace.
Very nice.
So this is an AGA 1 required seed.
Uh, I don't think we've quite concluded that yet, but uh, oh yeah. Pod is a crystal too, isn't it? Yeah, and that was mint block, so yes, AO1 definitely required. I'm gonna guess that the bow is in the pod big chest. So that'd be a pretty annoying spot for it. Is right there with me.
I have a feeling that the bow is in Pendant Ice Palace. So yeah, we haven't found Ice Palace, so who knows?
Another Turtle Rock key. That's 2 for Fred. None for FebrezeNinja. Oh, he just got his first one, didn't he? Never mind. Fred needs to get back up to Death Mountain and get that flute now. Whereas FebrezeNinja needs to get his second Castle Tower key and then get into do Castle Tower.
Definitely.
I'm guessing that did FebrezeNinja not get the one out of Pod? I'm not really sure which one he missed. I don't remember where the other key was. Oh yeah, he needs to get the boots. That's also true. So the boots were just in Skullwood's big chest, which was blocked by the key, which was at the rare shop east of the village of outcasts. Fred just forgot that he had already checked that.
find Smithy location.
Yeah, it's too bad that Fred didn't have that smith with him right there.
Would that lead Fred to go get Smithy guy, bring him way over here?
I'm not sure. Definitely needs to get back up to Death Mountain, though. The desert go up to Death Mountain? That'd be a good way to get there. This is the first time we've seen this, of course, since it's mid-blocked.
Okay, so this is like in this cave. Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, that'll probably be useful.
Go ahead and grab me water real quick, and I'll be right back in a second.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, this is the most mitts blocked I've ever can recall seeing a cross key C beam. Now, yeah, does the smithy also have something? That'd be quite something. And I don't know how I feel if I'm in the position where these guys are an hour and a half in. Oh, he does have his second Agate Tower key, FebrezeNinja, so he's going to be able to clear this. Yeah, you think he has a large lead, but do you think he feels like he has a large lead? Certainly, he doesn't feel terrible after completing a possibly optional Agate Tower and finding that it's very much required. But he's also had some things happen, like he got his mirror and his glove later than he needed to get them, basically. Or he could have had them. And he still has not gotten a second sword. The second sword that FebrezeNinja got. Oh, FebrezeNinja still doesn't have his lamp, which is also in Hype Cave along with that Skullwood's big key. So he needs to get up there and get that. Yeah, the second sword that FebrezeNinja got was behind the ice armors. So Fred opted to mirror out from Bob's chest instead of going down and fighting ice armors without the bow. Fred can now complete the right side of GT though, since he's got the cane. So that might be something that's tempting for him to go back and do. Then again, he might wait for either the bow or the big key to GT or both. Can you see here? Okay. Can't blame Fred for this play, returning the smithy. Wow. Unfortunate Dead Rocks action for FebrezeNinja, and he's got half a heart here. Not an ideal place to be down to half a heart. Just $20 for Smithy. At least it was a net gain. Don't take our jobs. What? Oh, does the back of this go to Death Mountain? That's really why we want to see Fred go right now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, why are you doing that? So Fred needs to jump down the middle, or not even jump down the middle necessarily. He's got the mitts, but okay, this is great. This is going to get him to Hera, and he's going to get his flute. So now, for FebrezeNinja's sake, he needs to get to the rare shop in North Darkworld, which isn't too hard to get to considering the. Oh, what did he do, Fred? What? Wow, that was a potentially very big mistake if he doesn't go back there soon. Yeah, so both of them seem to have maybe mentally checked off a location because FebrezeNinja is ignoring the rare shop. And he's going back into Skullwoods again with 0 keys. That is a mistake I don't think I've ever seen made. Oh, are we going to see? Oh, we can't see Trinix here, but he's going to check this last chest up here. This one chest is definitely in logic, so. This would be a fantastic spot for either the Turok Biki or maybe the bow or something like that. And just a bottle. So Turtle Rock is completely cleared out other than the big key block locations. Is Fred going to check the rest of the pod locations, I guess? The big chest included. So I guess if the bow is in pod, we're probably going to find out pretty soon. Oh, FebrezeNinja is back in North Darkworld. Let's see if he goes down to that shop. He's heading in that direction. All right. You know what? This could be a bit of an advantage for FebrezeNinja here. Although he's going to have to make the call to go back into Aga Tower. So that might be tough for him to do now that he's got both items out of there. But now he'll get his lamp and his Skullwoods big key, and we'll see if he goes immediately to Skullwoods after that. Wait, Fred must not have 6 keys. He can only have 5 at most because uh, there's 2 locked doors remaining in this dungeon. So I don't think that's correct. Yeah, we might have seen all 6, but I think there might be one that Fred doesn't have. Oh, Fred's been struggling with that today. Oh, nice. FebrezeNinja is picking up his boots. He's going to be both happy and frustrated to see those. I think that's good. There we go. Small key to desert. Hey, that could definitely unlock something.
Yep, another desert check.
Alright, welcome back. Yeah, that gets us 2 easy chests quickly. So
Ninja finds bookshot cave now. Give you heart pieces and heart containers, I believe. Oh yeah, that boomerang was in there.
yeah, so FebrezeNinja is a bit behind on checks here, but as long as he makes the call to go up Aga Tower at some point, he could very well catch up while Fred ignores the Hera location on East Death Mountain. Yeah, I mean, Fred is a very solid player, but he doesn't have much entrance randomizer experience, so um, he might not really be thinking about um, the things that he needs, the special kinds of entrances that once you've played entrance randomizer a bunch, you start to think about more.
First check is one check here, swamp. This is. And just a big 20. Moving right along. So Fred's making his way
This could be big for Fred. Jump down, Fred. Jump down. There you go, buddy. Oh my goodness.
I will be able to complete this area too.
Yeah, he's gonna get his flute. That's probably the most important thing, and then we'll be able to see the mire area.
Fred's already up to where Mordorm is.
Yeah, he didn't actually open the flute chest yet, though, so he's gonna have to re-enter to get that flute.
Gotta be careful. This guy loves to knock you down.
Oh no, Fred.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt because that knocking you in the center causes you to fall down 2 floors.
Goodness gracious, he is spending a bit too much time walking between Moldorm and that middle hole.
Mordorm doesn't play at all.
Somehow both of my legs have managed to fall asleep at the same time. It's not really pleasant.
Map of Hyrule Castle. Second 5-6 crystal. And that's the second crystal of the map. Fred.
Alright, he is going to get his flute here. Doesn't even matter if he goes to the basement or not. If he decides to opt out, that'd be fine, but... Oh, I'm surprised he didn't bomb that chest.
Like, oh, good. I like this item. Don't need a bomb. But Fred bombed a lot of chests today. I've already lost count. Just gotta wait for these tiles to be coming on you for a minute.
That's just what Trogdor looks like on the map. FebrezeNinja, you don't want to go through there.
Fred does pick up the last pot key. If you're Fred, definitely run the CAC, activate the flute, and go to Meyer area.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Because we know Meyer is in that area.
All right, we have a good what 6 brand new entrance checks here. Of course, we know what one of them is already, but
And Fred kind of checked that real quick, and I didn't catch which medallion you need.
yeah, I thought maybe Bombos. Not sure. I would certainly check other stuff before going into Meyer. Oh, we found Ice Palace there at the left side of desert.
Oh, Thieves Town.
Thieves Town. Um,
We know Meyer's
no,
around too, so that's 3 dungeons. Gloves blocked.
yeah. So Fred does not have the big key here. I think the main thing that Fred would like to find is at least another sword or what are you doing, Fred? Did you realize you skipped that chest? Are you going to go back and get it? I don't know if I've ever seen anyone do that before. Is he going left? He's going left. Okay. Interesting. Um, he'd like to make something, get something to make the Vitreous fight easier. Maybe the bow is in Meyer. He is not showing having the big key, but he's walking up there, so let's see if the tracker is wrong, I guess.
And Fred like,
Okay.
oh, oops, I gotta leave. Don't have this key. Small keys will not work in a big key door.
Oh, Fred is going to explore ice. We know that ice is a green pendant, but oh, big test. That's a great hint right there. So he can clear this whole dungeon if he wants without having to worry about the big chest and full clear everything. So yeah, but I mean he doesn't even have the big key, so it's not even something you can check. Oh yeah, green pendant does block big desert palace big, so it's required to finish this. Good observation. I probably would have forgotten that by now
Yeah, I would have
if I were
too.
playing.
Because with cross key, Keysanity Crossworld and that, there's so much notes you gotta take to remember where things are. Something about mimic lead. Really fast setup. The bomb jump there by Fred. I believe we had a hint earlier what the potion shop has. Which right now
Oh
we
yeah, we did. We
can't remember
definitely
what it
did. It was a
was.
small key.
Oh yeah, small key, but we don't know where to.
Yeah, we don't know where the mushroom is. We don't know which small key is. It could be the swamp small key. So we'll see. Oh, FebrezeNinja is making the call to go back up Aghanim's tower, which is uh, great news for him. I don't know if it might be too late by now. I'd say Fred has a fairly significant lead here, but it's definitely where he needs to go to get back into this race. I think the biggest advantage that FebrezeNinja has at this point is probably that second sword.
If, I don't know if Fred go back to Ganon's tower to go back to Ice Armors to get that sword. Because we haven't seen the other two where they're located.
Yeah, it's pretty likely that he'll run into one on the way at some point. But see what happens.
Now, I've seen tournament matches where it seems like somebody's way behind and they make a huge comeback. So anything can happen, definitely in a randomizer.
Big Key of Thieves Town, great find for Fred. I expect he'll probably go right back in there, but we know that Thieves Town is a pendant, so yeah. I don't know if it's the right play or not, but it seems like something to do quickly.
Bird's going in here, I guess, get Magic Reef.
Yeah, a little magic, a little health. Yeah, full clearing Mire doesn't seem like a bad idea, but I'm not sure that if he's going to do that. Did he even get the hint that Mire's at Mire? Yeah, I think he probably did, but he skipped a few of them.
So I'm just wondering what Fred's next play is going to be. You going to check other entrances that's in my location? Or he probably go back to East Town if he does go back? Takes down Cold Stare. And
Fred
it
is
has the
definitely
Swamp Key. Yep.
a Swamp Big Key, which doesn't really do a whole lot except unlock the big chest. Um, Fred's making liberal use of those potions, though. I don't think he has any more in reserve now, so he'll have to pick up another one if he wants it. And he's going right back into Thieves Town. Maybe he thinks it's a sign. I honestly can't blame him too much. I mean, even if going to Mire first is a better idea, I mean, we still need the bow. We need the big key for Eastern. Um, we need the big key for Turtle Rock. And, oh, I guess that's it. 3 items away from going. And Fred's going to need a sword, of course. We know that there is one sword behind Ice Armors, but he might end up finding a different sword.
Now, hopefully. Oh yeah, there is a hint tile up here. So gives us more information if it doesn't want to be a Charlie hint.
Yeah, I don't know that he's taking the time to check it though. Apparently.
And FebrezeNinja is going to get their upgraded glove. So I think to themselves like, really? This is what I need to do?
Yeah, he also needs to go to the hammer bags pretty soon to get that pod big key. I believe that's where the pod big key was. And then and then at Ice Palace was the Cane of Samaria. Oh, Ether is at Meyer. Well, it's not Quake, so that's all that really matters. He's going straight into Meyer right away. He's not going to be able to complete it because he does not have that cane from um, Ice Palace. The Ice Palace entrance, that is.
Myra is definitely a vanilla location, which we kind of knew about, what, hour and a half ago?
Oh, hey, that's interesting, if nothing else. So, uh, Blind drops the small key for Swamp, and that opens up another 8 locations for us.
And I believe
Or maybe 7. Wait, one? No, 8 more.
Fred, go to Myra.
Let's go with 9. You're right. I was thinking it had 8 total, but it has 10 total.
Oh look, Myra's shed was close to its normal location.
Yeah, it sure didn't move very far. Oh, what is this? Big key of
Sound.
GT.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay, that, if anything, should prompt Fred to maybe consider going back to GT. But of course, he's got this whole area to clear first, so he'll probably finish Meyer and then maybe go back to GT. We'll see what he decides to do. Have we seen anything of interest in Meyer yet?
That I've and kind of focus on Fred's end, which I believe he's making his way to Myra now. I hate these enemies in this area. And another community hint. Quit thinking like, oh, you need more bombs. Now, if you guys haven't already, give these both runners a follow because they're putting on a race for you. And it's pretty much entertaining as well. Not much going through here in Mire. Ooh,
Oh,
nice
yeah.
find.
Half magic is nice. FebrezeNinja is checking this chest from this direction because he doesn't have the big key yet. If he did have the big key, he'd probably want to check it on his way to the boss. But just 50 rupees there. So it looks like half magic was the only thing of significance in that dungeon. Oh, Eastern Big Key was in the Mire Big Chest? Okay, thanks for pointing that out. I missed him opening that.
Wondering tracker, Ninja does have the big key, Mire.
Great. Going from a half heart to a heart and a half by buying a heart there is amusing.
Gotta be
So,
careful.
yeah, FebrezeNinja needs to get over to the east side there and get to those dungeons, although we don't know that anything in Ice or Thieves Town is required at this point. Or even that big key.
Is
It's
that
pretty low. I was just going to say, it's pretty likely that at least one or two of those things that we found is required, but we just don't know which yet. The obvious play at this point is definitely go straight back to Eastern and complete that after Mire is over.
Yep. I bet Fred would be happy with getting that half magic after depleting all the magic he had. The perfect timing for that.
Definitely. I mean, it basically just saved him from having to grab this magic right here. Fred, don't forget the chest. Not that it's important, but you don't want to leave that hanging over your head.
That's one way to get a chest. Look shot it, grab it, fall in the pit, you're good.
So this is not going to be an easy fight. He can whittle down Vitreous with bombs if he wants to, and then he can just use the cape a little maybe. But he's got to use spin attacks to do any damage with the fighter's sword. So it's either use the cape and use spin attacks, or just use the hammer directly.
Like Fred will be using bomb strats. Start out with.
Not even saving one. I would take out the cape at this point. If you're going to be doing fighter sword spin attacks, you might as well take the cape out. And then you can dig right in there. Don't have to worry about any damage for a little bit.
Definitely with what? That 5 eyeballs remaining?
Yeah, they'll be going down fairly quickly from this point, though. They've all got a decent amount of damage.
Takes out 2 more. That's one spin attack.
Alright. You'll probably be good from this point.
Gets his hammer out now.
It's got to be almost done.
Got him. With what, 5 hearts remaining, and it's the bow behind.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
That's quite an expression Fred had there. Mouth wide open for several seconds. Okay. Oh yeah, that makes going back to Eastern even better.
And what are we? We're missing the Turtle Rock big key now, or go mode.
Yeah, that's it. Turtle Rock big key, and he needs another sword.
You know what? I feel an urge for a bet. Why don't we put a bet for where is this Turtle Rock big key located at? So place your bets on this. And I guess bets real close once we find this big key. Hopefully they don't run it too fast. Dang it, Nori. You just stole my bet. I was about to bet that.
Yeah, we had a hint that Desert Palace big key was at Sahasrahla, and Fred has already picked it up, and that's why he just beat the boss of Desert. There's so many reasons why you shouldn't be doing that. You don't have the big key, and you had a hint that you didn't need to open that chest, but yeah. FebrezeNinja is failing that bomb jump there. I think he's going to go back upstairs and get that last chest. That was the... I don't remember what was there. Okay, Fred's opening the big chest here. I can't blame him. Though we should probably be heading to Eastern pretty quick.
There's the one last check here. And it's not in the desert.
Oh, Thieves Town big key. Which is maybe required, maybe a waste of time. It did lead to the Swamp Palace small key, so it's going to be a while before we see if the that was required. That Thieves Town big key.
Yeah, for the Turtle Rock big key, I'm guessing to check before the validation chest. So that's my prediction on that.
Yeah, finishing pod is definitely the play after this. And then, who knows? I think right side of GT is easily the most tempting thing to do,
And there's the last medallion.
which is completely meaningless, I believe.
Ooh, just gotta watch out for the Igor there. Almost snuck up behind Fred. Missing a couple shots.
Arrow
Simultaneous.
refill, arrow refill after Armos is always interesting.
Got a simultaneous boss kill. You don't see that often.
No, they really were simultaneous too. They exited the dungeons at the same time. So it looks like Fred is heading back to pod. We'll see if that leads us to anything. Meanwhile, FebrezeNinja is unsurprisingly going to clear Thieves' Town. It's too bad for him that he couldn't try to skip this, but it makes sense on his side since he doesn't have that king. He needs to get over to Ice Palace entrance to get that king.
Yep, one last check here. And pod. Oh. Okay, what did that hint say about a big key?
I'm not sure what it said. Did anyone catch that hint? Oh, Pod Big Key hint? Was it at the Tamer Pigs?
It was the hint just got found by a ninja. In my
Yeah,
here.
must have. That's what it must have said. So that's a good hint for him. It's something he's gonna need to do. Oh no! It just in Spike Cave, so he needs to find Spike Cave. He doesn't know where that is, but he doesn't have that many overworld spots left to check anyway.
Spike Cave was located at Hammer Pegs.
Right.
So much remembering to do.
It's not useless. You could. Spike Cave is definitely the type of entrance that you could find and have to come back to later. So it tells you to go back there or to look for it. Um, Especially if Pod Big Key ends up being his go mode.
Beat another boss down. And just a hard container. Have we found Sank Heart yet?
I don't think so. These hints are definitely not coded for item rando. It wrote these hints completely independently of the item rando hints.
That is going. GT, alright.
Although
Thankful
you
cleared.
you can use the entrance randomizer with the um, vanilla entrances, I believe. Um, I wonder what the entrance hints look like then. They seem like they'd be really obnoxious. A potential reason you'd want to use the entrance randomizer with vanilla entrances is because you can't do something like, excuse me, I had to cough. You can't do something like Keysanity plus retro on the item randomizer, but you can do that. Oh wow. Okay.
What? Tile
There
room?
there we go.
Wow.
So Fred still needs a sword. That's what he's going to be looking for right here. That was a
Well,
lot faster to find than I expected it to be. That's for sure.
oh, we already
Yeah,
know
if he
though.
just does the full, if he does the full right side, then he's done. He's in go mode.
Let's see. The bench course closed here.
Oh, and there's a sword anyway. He's going to check the rest of these to see if he can get a third sword, but he'll probably stop after this, I imagine. Get out, and we'll probably be seeing a Master Sword Ganon fight, I imagine. So that's go mode for Fred, and he's just gotta kill Trinix and kill Ganon, and he's done. Could be done uh, by right about 2:30. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know AA. He probably doesn't. It's hard to say. Going to the Ice Armos from there was definitely a bigger time commitment than going to the Compass room from the Tile room. I don't think anyone bet on the Tile room. I don't think anyone said anything about GT.
Yeah, the closest one we had 2 GT guesses.
Oh, did we?
We had validation chests and we had the room before validation.
Ah, okay.
So I guess the closest one would be the room before validation.
Yeah, that's what I'd say too.
You know what? Let's go ahead and mark that as the winner then. Which, which somehow is myself. Because I was going to, no lie, I was going to pick the GT validation chest, but I got beat to that bet. Trinix kind of a little hungry. Try take a bite of a link. have a little bit of trouble there from Fred. Does take down Trinex.
Last chance for another sword drop right here. Oh, another shield instead. That'll help you against Ganon. It sounds like something that would help, you know? Better shield against a boss.
And with that, let's go hunt down a Ganon. We already know what Ganon is, so we just gotta run there. Oh, whoops, I think FebrezeNinja kind of forgot he did not get the big key for Pod.
Yeah, FebrezeNinja has several things left that he needs to do. I'd be a little surprised if he finished this, honestly. But, we'll see.
Both racers done a pretty good job with the seed for what it was.
Yeah, I really don't feel like it was too difficult of a seed. A little bit of a difficult combat required, being that for the most part you're going to have Master Sword at best, and a Bolus Vitreous fight was 100% required.
Yeah, and getting the bow right there's like rude.
But the item placement ended up being pretty nice. The Thieves Town, not required one bit. Ice Palace, you did have to kill the boss. Swamp Palace, not required one bit.
Yeah, so all you had to do is kill Cold Stare.
Yeah. Yeah, the mitts were definitely rough, but that was kind of like, the first half of the seed. But once you did that, the seed seemed to get uh, fairly straightforward. I don't think that's going to hit in time. Nope. I don't know what Fred's got left for potions. I don't think he has a green or blue potion left. So he needs to make this
He
count,
got
but
him.
he's got it.
And Fred has, got to bacon. Does finish with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 29 minutes, 12 seconds. So get your GG's out for Fred. Or fcoughlin, whatever you want to call him. And what a seed on that one. We want to see if Fred wants to hop in for a post-race review here. And a small key there, obviously. And unfortunately, FebrezeNinja has forfeited, so just get your GGs out, because both of them did put on a good race. Alright, Fred has passed up on an interview, but he did say thanks for the restream and commentary. So and Ninja will be coming in for an interview. And speaking of which, GG's.
Oh. I just realized I was about to do something dumb as well.
I'm curious what that was, but
Oh, I don't have the bow.
oh yeah, you're about to go to. Oh yeah, I see that now on your stream that you were heading towards Homosaur. Yeah, that would have been a little silly without the bow.
Mm-hmm.
You would have figured it out in a couple rooms' time, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, that was a almost a nice seed, and then it just kind of came down to Aga.
Yeah, the real difference in this race was that Fred decided to go to Aghanim much earlier than you did, and he, a couple things. He decided to do that earlier, but he also went down to the shop where the Hype Cave was much earlier and got the Skullwood's big key and the lamp earlier. So, the Skullwood's big key led to the boots, and since he had the boots and the lamp much earlier, that made him, made much more sense for him to go through Aghanim's tower.
Yeah, I thought about completing it, but surely the magic bat wouldn't be the critical item.
Yeah. I mean, the first time you were in there, you didn't have the boots, you didn't have the lamp. It was a lot easier to understand not wanting to complete that right away. I'm guessing if you would have had those things, you would have said, I should probably just go ahead and do this. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So skipping that house there certainly didn't help you. Once you got through that, though, just to sum up the things that you missed, so the bow is on Vitreous, and the Turtle Rock Big Key is in the tire room of GT. And you didn't have the cane either, I guess, which is at the Ice Palace entrance. So, I think that's all you were missing, and everything was, right there. All you had to do in a Pendant Dungeon at all was kill Cold Stare to get that Desert Palace Big Key. But otherwise...
Right. Well, he's at the bottom of a big dungeon anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 entrances unchecked, and that's one of them.
Right. But
and I'm also mad at myself for messing up the Skullwood's small keys, because now I'm stuck being dependent on one of those.
Oh, you didn't clear Skullwoods yet. That's interesting.
I cashed in both small keys in the front of Skullwoods.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there. I always use the doors to enter Skullwoods, which, as long as you don't get the terrible setup, that guarantees that you're not going to be able to waste a key. Unless you do it intentionally, I guess. So, anyway, it was a good race. There was definitely points where it looked like you had a good shot of being competitive here. Like, Fred didn't find Hera for a while, so you had the flute much earlier.
Right, I had the flute and mirror, which was giving me a lot of flexibility for a while.
Yeah, you definitely had the mirror first, but Fred had the Moon Pearl first. You got the hook shot first. So there was an interesting bit of back and forth there, but ultimately it came down to those things that I said.
Stupid aga seeds.
Yeah. But anyway, any other thoughts on the seed?
No, it played out decently.
So you're gonna go on to race Incoherent.
Oh, hey, Goon Race.
What was that?
I said Goon Race.
Goon Race?
Yeah, something awful members.
Okay. Alright. Oh, you guys seem to be familiar with each other. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Always good when you can race someone that you know. So, that'll be fun. I'm sure you'll get that set up sometime soon, and we'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah. Fred, like we mentioned earlier, will go on to race Haiku type, so we'll also be looking forward to seeing that sometime in the next week or so. So,
And good luck to them.
thanks.
That should be a good match.
Yeah, hopefully. So anyway, thank you so much for coming in for the interview, and
Thank you for commentating and restreaming.
thanks. Let's also give some quick shoutouts to our trackers here, Norinato and Splits Happen.
Yep, definitely. If you haven't done already, give everyone that's a part of this a follow in that, because without us commentating, restreaming, or tracking, there would have been a show to put on. Definitely give it a 2 runners a follow, because they did put on a great show for you guys. And with that, I think that probably will wrap it up here with the Link to the Past Crossworld Keysanity tournament. So I guess till next time, guys, for another match. There's plenty to come, so hope you guys will look forward to the upcoming matches within the next day or two. Until then, guys, take care.